Coming to you live from ASU Stadium, it was quite the game. Alabama State versus Florida A&M, and it went down to the final play. The Rattlers were able to prevail 21-14 over the ASU Hornets. It was quite the battle. Geographical rivals revisited, two of the best bands in the land, and it was spirited between all of the fans, students, and the teams.
With Jackson State all but locked in at the #1 slot, the battle for second place in the SWAC East came down to FAMU, who has a flawless record since facing the Tigers, and the Alabama State Hornets, who lost a close game to JSU 26-12 a few weeks prior. Montgomery, Alabama would host the Rattlers for the first time since the newly renovated ASU Stadium made its debut in 2012. The opening kick was an indication of how the Rattlers would play team ball. Kendall Bowler, who we'll see later, has perfect pass defense on this play. It was quite a windy day in Montgomery, and it had its share of effects on the game. FAMU head coach Willie Simmons is here warning his returner that the ball would hang longer as ASU punter was kicking into the stiff, swirling breeze. Since the ball stayed up longer, it was just enough time for Trey Phillips to put a big hit on FAMU return man Jamari Sharif, who we'll also hear from later. FAMU All-American Xavier Smith has proven that he could find a spot in any defense. Here he snags a pass over the middle. Musa scrambles to get this ball to A.J. Davis, who had a good day both receiving and rushing. Musa would get this one to Smith, who would weave his way through the ASU defense for the game's first score on FAMU's first possession. He and tight end Kamari Young were like, shh. Auburn University transfer quarterback Demetrius Davis hits tight end Abdul Diop for key yardage in the first quarter. The Rattler defense would come up big with a forced fumble and recovery by General Hunt. Let's show the big boys a little love. Davis would come around the left end and get a first down for FAMU before being upended. Musa hits his favorite target in Smith again, followed by a shot to David Manigo. The ASU defense was stiffened as Chauncey Moore lays the wood on FAMU tight end Jeremiah Pruitt. In the story of the day, special team miscues defying the game. The usually precise Jose Romo Martinez missed 2 field goals as he dealt with the swirling wind pushing the ball all over ASU Stadium. Dre Jones is all over this play as FAMU's dark cloud defense stuns the Hornets. ASU's Santo Don scoots through a hole for this first down run. They even got me on this play. The flea flicker to Isaiah Scott, who must have played quarterback in high school because he delivered a dime to an all-alone Keshawn Johnson for ASU's only offensive TD of the game. If any of you grew up like I did, there was always a game outside the game, as these kids did what most of us used to do, start their own game. ASU coach Eddie Robinson Jr. tries to rally the troops right before the half, then halftime. You know how we do it at HBCUs. It's showtime. First, the FAMU Marching 100. Next on the set is the ASU Mighty Marching Hornets. Of course, no ASU show is complete without the honeybees. Now for the second half action. The Rattlers have the Hornets with their backs pinned against the goal line, and here comes Mr. Land. Isaiah Land, and the Rattler defense keeps the Hornets back against the goal line. Then the FAMU defense turns up the heat as Bama State goes for the home run, but Courtney Cox defends this pass to perfection. Driving in the red zone, Kel Jackson baits Musa into this throw and breaks to intercept the pass. But the drive was ended as Nadarius Fagan forces the intentional grounding in the end zone, resulting in a safety, giving FAMU a 9-7 lead. The Rattlers went to the ball control offense with this big run by Jalen McLeod. Musa would then hit his favorite target in Smith, who turns this short pass into a big first down. Following Romo Martinez's second missed field goal, the FAMU defense would continue to tighten, contesting every ball. ASU punter Aubrey Grace took his eyes off this snap, ending with the Rattlers recovering in the red zone. But FAMU wouldn't capitalize, as Kel Jackson gets his second interception of the game on the goal line. FAMU punter Chris Fadul's punt was blocked, scooped, and Jackson scored, giving the Hornets their first lead of the game at 14-9. FAMU's Xavier Smith had 13 receptions for 145 yards, and this pass gets the Rattlers in striking distance. Jamari Shareed almost had this, and ASU almost had the pick. But on the very next play, Musa would draw ASU offsides and pretty much freeze everyone on a free play. He connects with Shareed, who holds onto the ball while doing a WWF souffle, carrying Mikey Victor into the end zone with him. This put the Rattlers up 15-14 late in the fourth quarter. But ASU would not go away, driving down the field and setting up for this 50-plus yard field goal into the win. With 2 seconds left in the game, Dre Jones blocked it, and mama, there goes that man again, Kendall Bowler, scooped and scored for the final 21-14, as it was pure pandemonium on the Rattler sideline, with that well-traveled fan base breathing sighs of relief. For the Rattlers, it was their 8th straight win and keeps hopes alive for an NCAA FCS bid to the playoffs. ASU would close out the season against Arkansas Pine Bluff, while the Rattlers prepare to face their arch rival in the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats in the Florida Blue Florida Classic next weekend at Camping World Stadium.